XRP price tumbled nearly 4% to $2.133 today on June 26, 2025, after Judge Annalisa Torres rejected Ripple's bid to dissolve its $125 million penalty and injunction and $50 million settlement proposal. This development is a blow that has reignited investor fears over prolonged legal uncertainty surrounding both Ripple and XRP. Ripple's chief legal officer Sturi Alderete struck a defiant tone, declaring XRP's non-security status remains unchanged. What's next for XRP price? Explore key levels and pro-XRP lawyer takes. As of June 26, 2025, the XRP price is down nearly 3.3% and currently trades at $2.133 after the federal court rejected Ripple's proposed $50 million settlement bid. The federal court ruled the motion procedurally improper, leaving the case on appeal. The decision preserves Ripple's $125 million penalty for $1.3 billion in unregistered XRP sales, triggering an immediate drop in the token's value as investors face prolonged uncertainty. The 205-day consolidation for XRP price has created a value area, extending from $2.07 to $2.54. This is where 70% of the trading volume occurred, making it a key range. Therefore, the key support level that needs to be held is $2.07 or the $2 psychological level. Despite this legal development against Ripple, if the token rebounds above $2.07, it would signal a demand from buyers. On the contrary, a breakdown would signal lawsuit-driven crash. Bearish case. A breakdown of $2 could trigger a revisit of the immediate support levels at $1.95 and $1.61, respectively. These key levels are pivotal as buyers previously stepped in, catalyzing reversals. However, if the short-term footholds fail to hold, investors will need to direct their attention to $1.47. This level served as a refueling point for buyers before the token nearly doubled in just 9 days. Therefore, $1.47 is the likely support to watch if the legal development-driven crash extends amid investors' panic. A bounce off the $2, on the other hand, could trigger a 16% rally to $2.406, which is the point of control, POC, the highest traded volume level in the past 205 days. Beyond this, the token's price could revisit the range high at $2.54. However, the key hurdle that investors can consider booking profits is the $3 level. This legal development comes after Ripple co-founder ended 14-year silence, pushing XRP higher amid escalating geopolitical tensions due to the Iran-Israel war. Regardless, investors can expect a volatile outlook for the token. What is XRP? Founded in 2012, XRP is a digital asset created to drive innovation across the financial payments space. It is the native token on the XRP ledger, XRPL, a distributed, open-source, permissionless blockchain maintained by a network of peer-to-peer servers, known as unique nodes. XRP functions as a mechanism of exchange between two different currencies or networks and can be sent directly without the need for an intermediary. Think of it as being able to send cash directly to someone overseas without the need for a bank or payment processor to handle the transaction. The peer-to-peer nature of XRP makes it a convenient tool for bridging two currencies in a matter of seconds, not days. This saves time and money and simplifies the process of international transactions. Banks in various countries have also adopted XRP for routine hawala transfers. How has XRP performed in recent years? In the 2017 bull market, XRP reached an all-time high of $3.40. Since that time, several challenges, including wider market corrections and the Securities and Exchange Commission's (SEC) case brought against XRP, saw its price hit lows of around 15 cents in mid-2020 and 38 cents in July 2024. The months following the July 2024 low have seen XRP gain almost 600%. These gains are due to positive sentiment following President Donald Trump's re-election in November 2024, questions over the validity of the SEC's claims in its case against Ripple, more on that below, growing usage of the network, and hopes of XRP exchange-traded funds, ETF, being approved to begin trading in 2025. The recent developments signal that XRP could be entering an exciting new stage of growth, as usage and the promise of regulatory certainty combine to drive upward momentum. On January 15, 2025, XRP hit a 7-year high of $3.40, driven by a surge in meme coin trading volume on the network, anticipation over President Trump's crypto-friendly administration, and the potential for clarity over the SEC's case against Ripple as the leadership transition takes place at the SEC. Are Ripple and XRP the same? When talking about XRP, one might often hear it used interchangeably with Ripple. However, the two are quite different. Ripple is a company that provides a blockchain-based digital payment network for its users. XRP is the crypto asset that facilitates payments on this network. XRPL is the software ledger where transactions with XRP are recorded. The company has undergone multiple rebrandings over time to reflect changes in ownership or direction of the project. In 2023, Ripple acquired crypto businesses Medico and then Fortress Trust to support our existing lines of business, specifically in terms of improving the customer experience. Continuing the takeover strategy in 2024, Ripple bought out Standard Custody, a custody provider designed to service institutions. Throughout the business's evolution, one thing that has remained consistent is the ticker symbol XRP for its native cryptocurrency. How does XRP and the XRP ledger work? The XRP ledger. The XRPL consensus model is built upon a core principle. A little trust goes a long way. Unlike Bitcoin's proof of work or Ethereum's proof of stake protocols, the XRP ledger doesn't use mining or staking to validate transactions. Rather, it allows trusted, permissioned servers to create consensus on the network. These servers, or unique nodes, maintain a unique node list, a list of nodes that the network deems trustworthy. If 80% of nodes deem a transaction to be valid, a unique node can then proceed with validating that transaction. In the past, the XRPL has experienced out-of-sync issues, leading to downtime across the network. When one node on this list is compromised, the effects can spill over to other nodes, further slowing down the network. However, reliability has improved in recent times. XRP, the native token, the total supply of XRP 100 billion, was created and distributed to individuals and companies at the launch of XRPL. Unlike other consensus mechanisms, nodes do not earn rewards for maintaining the correct version of the ledger. There are some customers on Ripple's digital payment network, RippleNet, that prefer to send funds without a pre-funded account. Ripple makes this possible through their on-demand liquidity service. In this service, XRP, along with a pool of other digital assets, e.g. Bitcoin, Ether, Ethereum Classic, Bitcoin Cash, and Litecoin, is used to provide liquidity for these transactions. When parties have different preferred methods of sending or receiving money or use different currencies, RippleNet acts as an intermediary for their transaction. As both parties are using different currencies to transact, no physical money moves during the process. Rather, the transaction is conducted in XRP, which equals the value of the money being sent. The network also charges a small fee, in XRP, to complete the transaction, but it's minuscule when compared to other traditional international payment networks, such as SWIFT,